as I always say, the conversation continues. Conversation we had last week was Montrezl Harrell yelling at Luka Doncic during the game, and he called him a pussy-ass white boy. So I had a couple of guys on here, you know what I'm saying, we was conversing about it last week. But I figured, I know a couple white boys, or some white guys, I should say, and one that has been a regular on the show, who's half white, not fully white, so, whatever. You are what, half Italian?
Half Italian, half Puerto Rican. If you want to go by history, Italians aren't actually Caucasian, but we'll leave that alone.
So he's white. so the question I want to ask you, the exact term, pussy ass white boy. I'm gotta say it. This is journalism. I quoted it.
That's Paul. That's backwards.
That's the same thing I said in the episode. Stop reading my mind. Yes, it's Paul. You can call him Paul. And Jason Williams of ESPN said that was a racial term. I've had this conversation with a couple people over the week about is it, isn't it? I want to get your point of view on the term pussy ass white boy. Do you feel it's racist?
No.
Okay.
It's not a racist term. First of all, if you're from the hood, you're from the ghetto community, the average white person, like when you looked at as white, like white, like to my knowledge from people I grew up with, I was never looked at as a white boy or white, so I didn't get that term. But I grew up with people who were like actual full-on Caucasian, like Irish, red hair, and all that shit. And their nickname was the white boy. That was just their nickname. It wasn't white boy Jason, white boy John, white boy Matt. It was just white boy. It's a pretty common term. White boy is, if anything, that's like a hood pass thing. You should be happy. You get that term white boy, you good in the hood. I mean, they're not like, oh, that's that fucking cracker over there. They're like, oh, white boy. But they're like, oh, he mad white, or he's white. It's white boy. It's a term. It's a term of endearment actually from the ghetto community. So I don't think it is. The pussy part should be what he's offended by.
And that's what I said. I said it's disrespectful when you add the P word. Is it racist? No,
not at all.
Now the rebuttal that I received was always, well, what if it was the other way around?
But so, what's the other way around? Like, black boy's not a thing. Honestly, if we were together and someone was like, oh, that fucking black boy, pussy ass black boy, I'll swing for you. Like, I'll swing for you on him, because that's a racist term. First of all, the term boy alone is known to be a racial way to downgrade African American community. I'm saying boy, over there, boy, do this, boy. So but black boy's not a term. I've never heard no one say that in my life. I've never heard him like, yo, oh, what up, black boy? I mean, maybe in the hood where there's not many white people, there's a white person say white boy. Maybe because I'm not from there. Maybe in like Alabama where it's all white, that one black boy like black. But I don't see that happening. I don't think that's a thing.
I think in most cases, the reciprocal of white boy is usually brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even white people are like, oh, what up, brother? They try to be down, kind of. But now, if he would have said pussy ass cracker.
Oh, that's fighting terms.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because then that's a racial term. I don't think white boy has ever been. And again, I can't. One of the things I said on the episode was I can't speak for the white community. I'm not a white guy, so I would ask, and I've had this conversation with a couple of people over the week, presenting this to you, from you as well, and I've got the same answer. It's not.
It's a term of endearment. And they're like that. So in my opinion, the opposite. If someone called you black boy, it means they want to say the N word. That's how I feel.
Or they would just say boy, because usually it's just boy. A lot of times you get just boy.
Like that's not a term. So to me, I can't speak for. I don't speak for the entire white boy race from the hood, but I've never known a white boy to ever be offended when I don't call me white boy. I like me personally. I don't like when someone's like, "Oh, you white,"
right?
Because culturally, I identify as white. Culturally, I'm urban. I'm from the hood. Like I went through the roaches and rats, the poverty, the cheese sandwiches, like everybody else. Like I went through the same thing. The projects, the housing, like welfare. Like I have that same story I do. I just can't speak for the same exact things I went through because obviously our skin tone is different.
Right.
But so being just called white, I do find offensive. But white boy, I'm like if one of your boys that didn't know me yet was like, "Oh, that's a cool ass white boy," I wouldn't take offense to that. Like the term, it's a term of endearment.
Right. and like I said too, especially because they were in the heat of the moment on the basketball court. How many times have you heard it on the basketball court?
All fucking time. I have been called cracker on the basketball court. My fadeaway. They ain't like the fadeaway. Bro, listen. 350, 400-pound John still had a mean fadeaway.
Big John was balling. I can't lie. We some big boys. We play ball. Like we was out there. Like
I've been called crack on the basketball court.
Right.
But I don't take it offensive. First of all, I don't think unless you go full on real racist, like you Nazi piece of shit, or you like N-word, like I don't think you can really be racist in the basketball court. It's a heated moment. But also, what's that white boy? I don't know. Like it's not. No. The pussy part should be offended. Like he should have duffed him out for the pussy part because it showed he's not pussy.
Well, like I said, when he did the next game, he ended up dropping 47 points, 13 assists, 17, something like that. He put up the crazy numbers.
Bad man.
He and the game-winning 3-pointer. So yeah, he got him back. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it was. I'm gonna show you. He did Michael Jordan with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you call me something, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna call you something back. I'm gonna just beat you. You know what I mean? So, and Luka is. I forget where he's from. I don't want to be disrespectful.
Probably a Caucasian player though. That name.
But he's Europe. He's I don't know exactly what country he's from. I don't want to. Let me
going
look
with
it up.
Czech Republic.
Let me look it up to
Luka?
make sure. Let's just find out, because he played professional ball for the longest. So he's been playing against professional dudes. He's playing against grown men. Longer than like typical American rookies. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean,
Slovenian. So he's Slovenian. So I don't know how familiar he may be with American culture anyway. But he himself didn't take offense.
It's not an offensive term. Like,
and he probably heard it more often because he probably played in some tournaments and things, and it probably been used a lot.
But yeah, but again, like to the point with the opposite, there's no opposite to white boy. Like, it doesn't exist. I mean, because even brother is like a person who's socially awkward. Saying it, white boy is literally like a hood term. Like, yo, like true white boy, like it's not offensive. Like I have 3 or 4 friends named white boy in the hood, in the same hood, and you don't confuse me either. When you're like, depending on what you're talking about, you're like, oh, damn, that car guy broke it into, probably white boy. You know which one they're talking about. And you're like, oh, this dude got beat up, probably white boy. Like but you know which one you're talking about.
Right.
But it's not like a name behind it. It's love. It's, it's a thing of love. I don't see what be offended.
Right.
Again, if someone's like, oh, you a white ass cracker, like now I'm offended because now you going a little hard.
Because it seems more intentional to be disrespectful on that term, on that level. So yeah.
And but there is no opposite to no direct opposite to white boy, because even if you said brother, it's usually someone who's socially awkward who doesn't know how to address you.
Right.
Like it's not usually you have a nickname. Like Polar the Bull. I mean you got a nickname. It's not But black boy I've never heard in my life. And I think the minute a moment I feel like even on the basketball court, if someone uttered the words pussy ass black boy, I think the minute the boy part comes out, like that 1-2 should come through.
Right.
That's racial.
It sounds a little, but it sounds like with the intent to be racial. Like it sounds a little,
Like it's one of the only ones you can get away with that it's not doesn't mean like, because you can't be like Spanish boy.
Right.
You can't be like Puerto Rican boy. Like it sounds weird.
Right.
But white boy, like, it's a term of love.
And again, that's our thoughts on it. I agree with him. That's what I said, but I heard it from the boys.
Was it racist when the beat played and 50 said, "Em, you're my favorite white boy, right?"
Didn't even think of that.
That's a term of love. That's a term of endearment.
Right.
Because he said it in angry context, pussy ass white boy, it make you guys think a little different, but it's still not. He didn't mean it that way. He wasn't like, "Oh, you a cracker ass bitch." Like,
and that's what I'm saying. I didn't hear an uproar about it. If I heard an uproar about it, then I'm like, you know what? We can stop saying it. Whites offended by it. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Until we hear, like, one of the examples I brought up was back in the 90s, whatever, people used to say training openly. Transgender people said, don't say that. So people stop saying training. Now you gotta say transgender or whatever they want to identify. You gotta respect it.
Yeah,
cool.
I don't get it. You do gotta respect that. I really don't get it, because training is just short for transgender. Like, it's not like they call them something crazy, but like I said, you gotta respect it.
You gotta respect it. You know what I'm saying? And so you do. And I feel if there was an uproar for a white boy, you respect it. As of now, I have not heard an uproar for it, and I've heard people say it often, and never was an uproar. So I'm like, I don't, but that's our thought on it.
I think if I'm on boy white boy, I think if we started saying, "Hey, what up, Jason?" I think he'd get mad. He'd be like, "No, you know my name's white boy." As a matter of fact, his fucking IG is white boy. White boy _ something. Like I think he'd get mad if we started calling him Jason. Like, yo, what I do, guys? I'm not cool anymore in the hood. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but that's our thoughts on it. Let us know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Comment below. Fill us in on that.